Welcome. We're going to take a look here at how to use quotation marks for direct quotations. So writers use double quotation marks. This is where you have the two marks up together. Double quotation marks to set off direct quotation. A direct quotation is where you have an exact word for word statement of what the person said. Writers use single quotation marks, so that's just the one mark, to separate a quotation that is within, so it's inside of, a direct quotation. So that's a quote inside of a quote. Let's take a look at some examples, help this make sense. Before the heroes left on the quest, Susie asked, "I'm missing my good boots. Where are they?" So you'll notice here we've got the quotation mark here. Those are the double quotations. And we've got the double here. So we can see exactly what Susie said because we have those double quotation marks to show exactly the exact words that she said. "No, I can't go to the store today," Mom said for the 10th time. You'll see here we've used those double quotation marks to show exactly the words that Mom said. And another example of the double quotation marks. "Stop," the officer shouted. "Stop in the name of the law." So we'll see here these are separated a little bit because we have stop at the beginning that has the double quotation marks around the word stop. And then we have the description here, the officer shouted. And then afterward, we have stop in the name of the law. We've got the quotation mark that goes before the stop and then the quotation mark that goes after law. So that shows us exactly what that officer said. These are all double quotations. On all three of these examples here, these are double quotations that are going around direct quotations, direct statements. These are the words that are inside of those quotation marks are exactly what people said. Let's take a look at some more examples here. These are the single quotations inside of the double quotations. These show us where we have a quotation inside of a quotation. So let's take a look at these examples. "So I asked him about the hat and he said, 'I have owned that hat for years,'" Dana said. So here we have the quotation marks, the double quotation. You see it at the beginning here and you see it at the end here. That shows exactly what Dana said. But Dana is also quoting another person, and that person's statement is here inside of the single quote. See, we have a single quote before the word I, and we have a single quote after the word years, but before Dana's double quote. So here we're using those single quotation marks to show where there's a quotation that is inside of a quotation. Okay, so the one that's on the inside gets single quotation marks. Let's take a look at another example. Jennifer said, "We played Scrabble for hours." And Jim said, "I am so tired of letters," after he lost the 3rd time. So you'll see here what Jennifer said starts here with we and ends with time. But Jennifer is quoting Jim. And Jim's actual words were, "I am so tired of letters." That's what Jim said. Jim said, "I am so tired of letters." And Jennifer is quoting him. She's sharing what exactly Jim said. And we know that because we've got those single quotation marks here around the words that Jim said, around his quotation. And we've got those inside of the double quotations. That shows us what Jennifer said. So just keep in mind with the single quotation marks, those go inside the double quotation marks. And then double quotation marks always go outside of a direct quotation. So that's whatever it is that a person says. the exact words that they say. I hope that this is helpful for your writing, and good luck.